Have you ever felt tired of everything? Like no matter how hard you try, life just keeps pushing you down? You are not alone. We all go through pain, failure, confusion, loneliness. We all ask the same questions. Why me? When will things get better? Will I ever be enough? But what if I told you? The answers aren't out there. They've been inside you all along. This video isn't just a story. It's a wake-up call. A reminder that your pain has a purpose. That your struggle has meaning. Because you are not broken, you are becoming. So take a deep breath. And get ready to see your life from a whole new perspective. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, or anxious all the time, then this book was written just for you. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***ck might sound bold or even offensive, but its message is powerful and life-changing. The core idea is simple. Stop caring about everything. Because if you give your time, energy, and emotions to every little thing, you'll have nothing left for what truly matters. Author Mark Manson says, "You can't give a FCK about everything. There's only so much time and energy you have." Asterisk. That means you have to choose what to care about and let go of the rest. When you try to please everyone, when you stress over every mistake, when you take every failure personally, you are not living your life. You are just surviving. This book is for anyone who's tired of life. Anyone who feels lost, overwhelmed, or constantly under pressure. Students, business owners, employees, parents. Anyone who's ready to take back control of their own mind. What's the core message? You don't have to care about everything. You don't have to fight every battle. You don't have to prove yourself to everyone. Choose your values. Choose your priorities. And give a F***ck only about what truly matters. Because in the end, to live a better life, you have to stop caring about more and start caring about less. Let go. Focus. And start living on your own terms. Chapter 1, Don't Try. Charles Bukowski was a gambler. A drunk. He was a man society had written off, broken, tired, and addicted. If you saw him on the street, you wouldn't ask him for advice. In fact, you'd probably cross to the other side. And yet, Bukowski always wanted to be a writer. But his dreams were crushed again and again. Editors rejected his work. Publishers called his writing trash. He was mocked, humiliated, ignored. The constant rejection pushed him into depression. To escape, he turned to alcohol. And eventually, drinking became his daily routine, his addiction, his numbness. 30 years of his life disappeared into bars, gambling dens, and regret. But then, something changed. A tiny publishing house, one that most people hadn't even heard of, saw something in him. They offered him a deal. And for the first time in decades, Charles felt a spark of hope. He signed the contract. He took the chance. He wrote his first book, and everything changed. That first book became a hit. He didn't stop there. He went on to write 6 more books, and countless poems. Over 2 million copies sold. The same man who spent half his life drunk and rejected became a literary icon. But here's the twist. Bukowski didn't preach about never giving up or chasing your dreams. When he died, the words engraved on his gravestone were, "Don't try." That's it. Two words. Don't try. Not because you should give up, but because life isn't about trying to be someone you are not. Bukowski didn't change himself to succeed. He accepted his flaws, his demons, and his reality. And in that raw truth, he found his voice. We all go through dark phases. Anger, self-hate, frustration, they trap us in a loop. We get angry, then we hate ourselves for getting angry. We feel alone, then we spiral into more loneliness. That's hell's loop. And so many people are stuck there. We think we need to be happy all the time. We chase happiness. We fight pain. But the more you chase joy, the more it runs away from you. Think about this. When you go to the gym and lift weights, your body hurts. But that pain is growth. That pain is your reward. Just like that, failure, rejection, and struggle are part of your emotional workout. You become stronger because of them, not in spite of them. So if you are feeling pain, don't run from it. Don't cry about it. Don't obsess over it. Just keep going. Because life doesn't care how perfect you are. And neither should you. Sometimes bad things happen, and yes, they hurt. But most of the time, we are stuck worrying about things that don't matter. The question is, what deserves your attention? What is truly worth giving a f***ck about? Even the author himself went through tough times. At one point, his mother was financially betrayed by a close friend. He could have ignored it. Said, "Not my problem." But he didn't. He stood up. Took legal action. Helped his mother. Because some battles are worth fighting. And some aren't. That's the message of this book, and especially this chapter. Don't waste your energy on every little thing. Choose your battles. Choose what matters. And stop trying to be what you are not. Because real growth doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from letting go of fake happiness, fake goals, and fake expectations. Don't try. Just be. Don't chase happiness. Most people in the world just want one thing, to be happy. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to be happy. I want to be happy. We all do. But here's the harsh truth. Chasing happiness will not make you happy. Running after it doesn't bring it closer, in fact, it only pushes it further away. 2,500 years ago, in ancient Nepal, there was a king who wanted to protect his son from all the pain in the world. So what did he do? He built a huge wall around the palace, so high, so thick, that no sorrow could pass through it. His son lived in luxury. Safe. Untouched by pain. But deep inside, he felt something was missing. He kept wondering, what lies beyond these walls? And one day, he escaped. He crossed the boundaries and stepped out into the real world. And what he saw broke his heart. Hunger, poverty, sickness, death. It was the first time he felt pain. And that pain changed everything. That boy left his kingdom, his riches, and his title. To live in the forest. To understand suffering. To discover truth. That boy became Gautama Buddha. Here's the lesson. Rich people suffer because they are scared of losing their money. Poor people suffer because they don't have enough of it. The rich believe happiness lies in earning more. The poor believe it lies in becoming rich. But the truth is, happiness has no rule, no formula, no fixed destination. You can be happy today, right now, if you stop chasing it. Achieving something in life doesn't mean you'll be happy forever. People go through pain because that pain pushes them. That pain becomes motivation. And that motivation becomes momentum. Sometimes, pain gives us things that happiness never can. People do everything to avoid struggle. They run from discomfort, from hardship, from failure. But here's a better idea. Don't avoid struggle. Choose your struggle. Because you can't escape pain in life. But you can choose which pain is worth it. So instead of running after happiness, start embracing the challenges that matter. Because true happiness comes when you grow through the pain, not when you run from it. You are not special. There was a man named Jim. His mind was always running, always buzzing with business ideas. Every time he thought of a new plan, he would spend his money trying to make it work. But guess what? None of his ideas ever succeeded. He never made a profit, never built anything meaningful. Yet the way Jim spoke about his ideas, with so much passion, so much confidence, people couldn't help but feel impressed. Even if he failed, people listened. Because he believed in himself. Blindly. Back in the 1960s, a popular idea started spreading. You are special. You are different from everyone else. You have something unique inside you. And people believed it. But as the years went by, the reality hit hard. Most people are not that different. Most people live ordinary lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. Here's the truth. You are not special. And I am not special. We are all more alike than we think. Everyone struggles. Everyone fails. Everyone has fears and insecurities. Even the most successful people have felt lost, broken, or average at some point in life. The path to greatness isn't about thinking you are better than others. It's about accepting who you are and still choosing to improve. Jim believed he was destined for greatness, but not because he was doing great things. He believed it without proof. He believed it because he thought he was different. But real success doesn't come from blind self-belief. It comes from humility, effort, and the courage to accept your flaws. People often say, we are all unique. But think about it. If everyone is unique, then isn't everyone just the same? Where's the uniqueness in that? We are all ordinary. And there's nothing shameful about that. The most successful people in the world, they don't walk around thinking they're special. In fact, they often think the opposite. They know they have a lot to learn. They're driven by growth, not ego. They became great not because they believed they were special, but because they believed they weren't. That hunger to grow made them extraordinary. So stop chasing the idea of being different. Stop proving you are better than others. Instead, start becoming better than you were yesterday. Because you don't have to be special to live an amazing life. You just have to be honest, humble, and consistent. The price of pain. Understanding yourself is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It's like peeling an onion. You remove one layer, and there's always another one underneath. When you cry, the first layer is simply realizing that you are crying. But once you try to understand why you are crying, you begin peeling back the deeper layers. And every layer takes you closer to the truth. The truth about who you really are. When you begin to understand your emotions, You gain the power to choose your destination wisely. But if you let emotions control you, you might chase the wrong goals. And in the process, lose everything that truly mattered. Emotions define us. They are hidden in every little action we take. From the way we talk, to the way we breathe, to the way we look at someone or walk away. We live through our emotions. And yet, most of us don't understand them. You must pay a price to truly grow. And often, that price is pain. Because pain doesn't just hurt you. It reveals you. It shows you what you care about, what you fear, what you've been hiding. And only when you confront your pain can you begin to truly understand yourself. So don't run from your sadness. Don't silence your emotions. Instead, ask them, why are you here? What are you trying to teach me? Because in those moments of emotional truth, you are not breaking down. You are breaking open. You are becoming someone deeper, stronger, and more aware. The price of pain is high. But the reward is self-mastery. And once you know yourself, no pain can control you because you own your story. You always choose for yourself. American philosopher William James lived a life full of pain and struggle. He suffered from several health issues, poor eyesight, partial deafness, and many other chronic illnesses. Because of these conditions, he spent most of his time indoors. He rarely went outside. He rarely spoke to people. But he had one thing he loved deeply: painting. Every day, he would sit down and create art. Not because people admired his paintings. In fact, most people didn't. But he did it because it gave him peace. It gave him purpose. Physically, his body was failing him. But mentally, he was planting the seeds of something revolutionary. William James went on to become one of the founding fathers of modern psychology. This story teaches us one powerful lesson. You are always choosing. Even when it doesn't feel like it, you are still making a choice. William James made a terrifying decision once in his life. He gave himself 1 year. He told himself, if I can't make peace with my life in a year, I will end it. But instead of giving up, he took responsibility. He chose to believe that his life was in his hands. That single decision changed everything. It motivated him. It gave him purpose. And eventually, it led him to change the world of science and philosophy forever. The truth is, life doesn't always give you good options. Sometimes you are left with pain, rejection, loneliness. But even in that darkness, you still choose. You can choose to rise. Or you can choose to surrender. Responsibility is scary. But it's also the most powerful thing you'll ever hold. Because once you take full ownership of your life, you become unstoppable. So stop waiting for life to fix itself. Stop blaming others. Stop saying, I can't. Because every day, in every moment, you are choosing. Choose to fight. Choose to build. Choose to live with purpose. Just like William James did. And remember this. Life is not about waiting for the perfect moment, it's about making a decision right now. A decision to take control. A decision to stop chasing and start becoming. A decision to rise even when it hurts. You are not powerless. You are not broken. You are the author of your story. So stop doubting. Stop waiting. Start choosing. Because in the end, Your life is your responsibility.